If we went the legalization route, how would that work on a policy scale, on the political side? Arvin Vohra is the vice chair of the Libertarian Party nationally, which totally supports a radical shift in drug policy. This afternoon, we talked about implementation first and then the potential impact. Legalization, decriminalization, whatever you call it, you support it.
Yeah.
And I assume there must be a philosophical reason. What would that be?
There is. There's a philosophical side, there's a practical side.
So let's talk about why first.
Philosophically, we believe that you own your body. And if you're not hurting somebody else, you should be able to do whatever you want with your body. But on the more important to me practical side, imagine this. Imagine that if two drug businesses or a drug buyer and seller had a disagreement, imagine if they could settle it by calling Amazon or eBay or PayPal or calling their credit card companies. Imagine if the disputes that are settled right now with violence could instead be settled with a quick phone call to, whoever's representing you. Imagine if we could just subtract all that violence right out of the drug trade that exists right now.
Do you do it through Congress?
You can do it through Congress, but we've seen a lot more efficacy through state-level ballot initiatives. We've seen a lot of things happening through state legislatures. Ideally, it could be done through Congress, or if we have a libertarian governor or a libertarian president, that person could just blanket pardon all nonviolent drug users. And there's quite a few libertarian candidates that have pledged to do just that.
Let's get to the violence section. Part of the government's job is to keep the citizenry safe. On the other hand, health-wise, what responsibility does the government have, in your political philosophy, to keep people safe?
To protect people from themselves, absolutely none.
None. So I should be able to go on Amazon and order, I wish I knew more drug names, an 8-ball.
Sure. And
should.
As long as you're willing to handle the responsibility of that. Now, if you order that 8-ball and then go kill somebody, well, that's not okay. Killing is still wrong. But you finding a way to enjoy yourself that you can do responsibly as an adult, that to us is your natural right to enjoy yourself however you see fit.
Any concern that it could be hurting families when it's easier for their members, their kids maybe, to get hooked on?
So many young people have said, listen, it's easier to buy marijuana than to buy alcohol. Why? Because drug dealers aren't going to check your ID. They're already operating outside of the legal system. Parents don't really know what's going on. It's kind of a cash-only type business. If you allow this to see the light of day, you allow it to be run like a normal business, you're going to see it harder for people to buy. There won't be a black market selling illegal drugs in the first place.
And I'm pushing this to its logical limit here in that there would be no public programs, there would be no Medicaid under libertarian policies, I'm guessing.
True.
And so just the free market taking care of itself, and you have, let's say, a few million people addicted to drugs, which relatively speaking might be small percentage-wise. How do they get help? Because they can't keep a job, they can't pay for insurance.
And we need to say, listen, what can charities do? Can they do something better? Yes. Can private businesses do something better? Absolutely. Can there be other ways we can treat this? Can we find low-cost, affordable ways to do this over the counter? Can we find other ways to do it? And the Libertarian Party believes that the free market absolutely can do something better than what the government is doing right now.